2248 AD, 98 years since the invasion. Clayton Cross stood leaning over the glass railing of his suite's balcony, a half-empty coffee cup in his hands. His family's assigned living quarters were on level 4 of the enclave, giving a spectacular view of the lush gardens below. A waterfall thundered out one level up and 4 suites over to his right. Mist rolled in all directions from the dark green pool at its base, wrapping the lush greens of the curated jungle below in thick white cotton. The enclave was a giant glass pyramid with residences rising vertically within. The wedge-shaped compartments between the residences and outer walls held gardens and farms to augment the habitat's food supply. The crops growing between the enclave and its outer walls were more than enough to supply its residents with food, thanks to the year-round growing season. This was Texas, after all. But he'd seen pineapples and bananas in the mess halls, and the coffee was fresh roasted, not the sterile, flavorless imitation he'd been used to under Chiron rule. He supposed that the environmental conditions inside the enclave itself could be varied to grow different crops, even tropical ones. Clayton looked up from the jungle below to the sloping glass wall of the enclave. A patina of water stains streaked the glass, like a shower stall that had rarely, if ever, been cleaned. The outer walls of the city beyond were stark and gray, rising almost as high as Clayton's 4th-floor vantage point. The sun was just now cresting above those walls, blushing pink against a high ceiling of thin cirrus clouds. Despite the sheer height of the walls, dregs still managed to climb them. 10 days ago, a horde of over 50,000 of those mindless alien hybrids had been led here by a gang of reapers from New San Antonio. And ever since then, the nights had been filled with the steady reports of laser rifles firing down from the walls. A jarring lullaby that left Clayton wide-eyed and sleepless, wondering how long this safe haven would last. The dregs wouldn't be so dangerous if they weren't also contagious. One bite or scratch from their claws, and they'd turn a healthy human into a failed alien hybrid just like them. But the race for a vaccine was on, and Clayton's daughter Dora was the key. She'd been bitten by one of the new generation of dregs, and yet, somehow, she hadn't sickened and turned like everyone else. Dora was, however, still contagious. Her bite had never fully healed, and the site of that oozing wound was filled with active particles of the Chimeran virus.
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.